What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. Brian G right here, back with another video. How you guys doing? Hopefully you guys are all good despite of what's happening all over the world right now, and time to spread some positivity in the air when it comes to my vlog. And no, I'm definitely not mixing live for you guys. I'm just wearing this headphone on tuned with what I'm about to share with you. I'm gonna share with you my recent Pop Rocks haul from the past month or so, just right before the lockdown. I've been compiling all the pops that I got for this line, and I'm definitely excited to share it with you guys. So let's check it out. And so we're back right here on my channel, Brian G. And what's up? What's up? How you guys doing? How you guys doing? And excited for this because I've been compiling all my hauls from last month. I think it was last week of February up until March before the lockdown happened, when it comes to shipping out pops all over the Philippines. But nevertheless, I got a few pops just that I actually wanted to share with you. And this is actually close to my heart. As you all know, I'm also a radio DJ for Y101 FM. And of course, a club DJ as well for both the Central Bar and Lounge and Proof as well, right here in Cebu City. And well, I got my recent Pop Rocks haul compiled and ready for you to check it out. And just to actually give you guys a background, I really started loving this genre back in '96 when I first went to the States. Then I first bought my first CD there. And right after that, I just got hooked with the genre, and I'm so excited to actually share it with you guys. So here we go for my first Pop Rocks haul. I'm actually excited to actually get this one because when I started collecting Funko Pops last year of February, I saw this pop up on the shelves in stores here in Cebu, but I decided to pass on it because I wasn't really sure if I was getting into the line of Pop Rocks, since I was concentrating more on copying the Dragon Ball Z pops. But nevertheless, I'm happy to actually finally get it at SRP. And the first one I'm actually going to share with you guys is this pop right here. It is Mr. Perfect himself. We got Mr. Ed Sheeran for the first Pop Rocks pop that I got. I got this pop with finally from a restock of a local store in Cebu, and I'm so actually happy to actually cop him because he is one of my favorite pops. You know, the tracks that he released back then and now are just great, and I'm happy to actually get Mr. Ed Sheeran finally to my collection for my first pop. And hey, there it is for the first one. Once again, we got Mr. Ed Sheeran photograph. We got Castle on the Hill, perfect, and lots of good stuff. Of course, he actually recently released a new album with collaborations of famous artists as well, just like Justin Bieber, just to mention a few. And we got Eminem as well collaborating with this guy. So happy to get this pop, Ed Sheeran, as my first haul for the Pop Rocks line. And moving on to my next one, this is actually me doubling up actually for this pop. I first got this pop over at Shopee when it was first released. I got it at SRP, by the way, $5.95 plus shipping, so around 600 plus. Got it off from a trusted seller over at Shopee, and I'm happy to actually get it once again locally, this time here in Cebu at SRP. All right, so I'm happy to announce my second Mr. Circles guy. I'm talking about Mr. Post Malone, man. This is my second Post Malone pop. I'm actually a huge fan of the guy. Love his tracks. And I was actually planning to get another one for another Post Malone. I don't even care if it's a bad box or not. Maybe if I get a bad box, I might just take him out of the box and display it up in the shelf. But I got it with a great condition box locally here in Cebu. And finally had the chance to actually double up on this guy, Mr. Post Malone. Alright, so check it out. When it comes to the details, the tattoos are on point. You know, the suit as well, with Mr. Post Malone bringing his cup to go along with it, and definitely excited for this one. All right, let's move on to some new releases in the upcoming months. And for my third haul for the Pop Rocks line, like I said, I got hooked with this genre way back in '96 when I was in the States. I bought my first album. I think it was West Side Connection. All right, but later on we'll dig into that. But nevertheless, I got hooked when it comes to hip hop and R&B back in '96. And when I was in the States for a vacation, I bought my first album of Tupac. I bought Notorious BIG. So nevertheless, I got hooked with hip hop. So when Funko announced the new hip hop lines for Pop Rocks, and it was an auto dibs for me. If you understand that kind of feeling when you saw the announcement from groups, from pages that Funko is releasing this pop, and you gotta say that's auto dibs, man. No questions asked.
Yes.
All right, so here we go. I'm glad to actually finally get this one. All right, like I said, I'm a huge fan of this guy, and of course, if you've seen my thumbnail, I was doing this. All right, back in the day, it's from the West Coast group of hip hop artists, and I couldn't cop the OG one because it's way too pricey for me, especially getting it here in the Philippines. But nevertheless, I'm glad Funko released a new pop. I'm talking about this guy, the late great Tupac Shakur. Right there you go, with this iconic black leather jacket with the bling bling on it, with the black bandana. And I'm happy to actually finally get Tupac Shakur, although it's not the OG one, but nevertheless I'm happy to actually cop one Tupac Shakur, regardless if it's a new release or not. But I'm a huge fan of the guy, and with all the songs that he released back then, Changes, and just to mention a few, collaborations with Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg as well. So finally got Mr. Tupac Shakur. Check it out. Check out the details of the guy, man. Even the mustache is on point. So nice to have finally a Tupac Shakur pop. And moving on to more of what I got for Pop Rocks line. This time, wait, before we go to the East Coast, let's bring in one more from the West Coast this time. Like I said, one of the first albums I got when I was in the States was West Side Connection, featuring this guy, right? Mr. Ice Cube himself. And finally, happy to get it. And of course, I think they're releasing a Pop Rides featuring Ice Cube with that Impala. I think, if I'm not mistaken, he's with his car. And too bad it wasn't able to reach here in Cebu. But hopefully, when all of this crisis that we're into will be resolved in the near future, and hopefully that Pop Rides will get here in Cebu. Definitely will cop it and complete my Ice Cube collection. But for now, this will do. I got Ice Cube from the West Coast. Remember singing to the West Side Connection track, Bow Down. Yeah, I memorized the whole thing. Not gonna sing for you though, I'm sorry. But nevertheless, happy to get Ice Cube, right? With the black hat, black leather jacket and all that, with all the black kicks as well. If I'm not mistaken, it looks like a Vans sneaker. Not sure, but nevertheless, great looking pop. On point. Definitely looks like Ice Cube. And finally, happy to actually get it. Now done with the West Coast, if you know what I mean. Now let's head over to the East Coast for my first East Coast hip hop artist haul back in the 90s, right? Since I'm a 90s kid. Well, I couldn't get also the OG pop for this. It was way too pricey, especially the metallic version of the OG pop of this guy. But happy to actually get this new release of Mr. Notorious B.I.G. Biggie, 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 can't you see? There you go. Notorious B.I.G. I got the two common pops from Notorious B.I.G. with the previous release of this one right up there. I think you can't see it. It's at the 1, 2, 3, 5th shelf. So I got two. I lack the Big Crown Toy Tokyo stickered one, which I'll definitely do a hunt on in the near future when everything's all back to normal. But for now, I'm good with the new release of Notorious BIG, looking sleek. Or should I say looking slick right there? All right, with the hat and everything. And of course, Funko also released the Hot Topic exclusive Notorious BIG with champagne, which I also got right here. So definitely, I only lack the Notorious BIG with Crown NYCC release, exclusive from Toy Tokyo. Um, Hopefully, I'll cop it soon. Definitely will share it with you guys in the future. But for now, I got two Notorious BIG, and with this one, it is from the Hot Topic exclusive Notorious BIG with champagne. See that champagne glass right there? And I'll try to cop an exclusive stickered one, BIG with champagne, and definitely wanna get this guy out of the box because he looks pretty cool with the champagne glass. But nevertheless, that will happen in the near future. But now down to my last three hauls. It will be a short video. Just wanted to share what I got for the Pop Rocks line, specifically from the hip hop genre. I do have a one pop that's also coming from, not from hip hop, but it's a vaulted pop coming soon. Hopefully I'll get it, but nevertheless, that's going to be in another video. So moving on to my last three hauls for the Pop Rocks line that I got. Well, as you guys know already, I love hip hop. I also love EDM. Hopefully Funko will release Funkos of famous DJs like Tiesto. Please Funko, please. Tiesto, we got David Guetta, Hardwell, Armin van Buuren, just to mention a few great DJs. Please Funko, do a Funko Pop for them. And for all of you DJs out there, please let Funko do pops for you. Please, because that's auto dibs for me when it comes to if Funko releases a pop from Tiesto, especially, man, I'm the first one at the store. Or definitely will do a pre-order. I don't care. I just want to get it. Alright, but nevertheless, here's my last three hauls. This time, it's from the Migos line, the trio, the famous trio now. Funko just released their Pop Rocks line, and I'm actually happy to cop all three of them. All right, let's for the first pop. All right, it's from the Migos line. We got Mr. Takeoff himself. All right, Takeoff right there. And I love what Funko did actually with all the details, especially from Post Malone. Now this time from Migos, and great details, by the way. Just take a look at that with the glasses, with all the the bling blings, the necklaces, and all that. So what a beautiful pop right there. And for the first one, like I said, it's Takeoff. All right. For my next one, we got Cardi B's, I think it's husband already. I think so. Not sure. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it's Cardi B's husband. Or maybe they broke off already. I don't know. I'm not really sure. Try to look into that. But nevertheless, we got Mr. Offset himself. Right, there you go. Still, Funko did an awesome job. If you take a look at Offset's face tattoo is there. We got, the famous necklace and the rings of Mr. Offset. So great to have this guy from Migos. And lastly, from the Migos line, we do have Mr. Quavo himself. Recently did a collaboration with Justin Bieber called Intentions. All right, so happy to actually have Quavo. Hopefully I'll get the Justin Bieber pop soon so that they can go side to side and have my own version of the song Intentions. But nevertheless, Mr. Quavo himself from Migos. There you go. Still great job for Funko with all the details of the pop. I mean, with the bling bling, with Quavo doing this, with ice on his wrist and all that. But nevertheless, there you go. All of my Pop Rocks hauls from the recent, for I think the past a month or so. I got the pop starting, if I'm not mistaken, last week of February, up until first and second week of March, before the lockdown happened. But nevertheless, happy to have these lines, because I'm a huge hip hop guy. When I started DJing, I was into hip hop. Then later on in my career, when EDM blew up, I was a huge fan of Tiesto back then. So I started playing EDM, and now I'm definitely back in playing hip hop and R&B for the Central, and hopefully I can do that job once again. But nevertheless, thank you guys so much. I still have another set of vlogs for you guys to check out. I'm lining up my movies line this time, so be sure to check it out in the near future. But for now, thank you so much once again for joining me, Brian G, right here. And of course, for those of you guys all over the world tune in, thank you so much for giving me time to actually share my small collection with you. Nevertheless, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button and help me grow as a channel. And of course, for all of you around there, not around there, but for all of you all over the world, be safe all the time. Don't forget to wash your hands all the time. Sanitize as well. And be safe. Be safe. Stay at home. Stay at home, right? Just watch a movie or two. Watch Netflix. Just be sure to stay at home. Let the frontliners do the work and help conquer coronavirus by not spreading it in the community. And of course, just please stay at home. Thank you once again so much, Brian G, and I'll see you in the next vlog. I'm out.